Welcome, welcome. You may sit. Hi, I'm Jim Wittergren. I'm the chair of the Board of Trustees, and I want to welcome you all here in our class of 2022 graduates. Before we begin, I have just a few general announcements. One, restrooms are located in both buildings near the entrance. And you know, we knew we were planning for an exciting and hot event. We over-exceeded as usual, especially on the hot. So if anyone gets too hot, we're projecting a live screen of the ceremony in the 517 building, room 190, and the Founders Room. During the ceremony, please silence your cell phones and be mindful of other guests trying to see their graduates graduate. And when the ceremony ends, please stay in your seats until the recessional walk is over and all the graduates have exited the tent. Also, following the ceremony, there will be a reception over by the Oasis housing building, and diploma pickup is available. If your graduate doesn't pick up their diploma, it will be mailed to them. In addition, just to make sure that everybody is comfortable, we're going to be limiting and not having handshaking during the ceremony. So let's proceed. Graduates, what a wonderful day this is and this event is. Welcome to KGI's 21st annual commencement ceremony. To those joining us today in person, along with those joining us virtually, we're thrilled to celebrate the graduates who have successfully completed graduate school during an unprecedented time. I personally want to congratulate each and every one of you, our graduates, for your hard work, your perseverance during your years at KGI. You participated in online classes last year and then shifted into 3D mode in person in classrooms this year while completing experiential education and capstone projects. Many of you have already secured full-time employment or have plans to continue your education. We expect wonderful things from you as your careers grow and blossom. We know that you will make KGI proud on our journeys to advance healthcare. From the entire KGI community, I wish you a hearty congratulations, class of 2022. To officially kick off the ceremony, I want to introduce Carolyn Saba from the Doctor of Pharmacy class of 2022. Carolyn will be singing the national anthem, followed by Father Joe Fenton from the Claremont College's chaplain's office, who will deliver today's invocation. We appreciate both of you being here today. Please stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
Good afternoon. We gathered together this afternoon to ask God to bless our graduates as they commence their careers beyond this great school. And this is a great day for celebration, for acknowledging the hard work of our graduates, and to remind all of us of the underlying truth of all the religions in the world. Do unto others what you would like them to do unto you. Woodrow Wilson, before he was President of the United States or Governor of New Jersey, was President of Princeton University. He always reminded the students, especially the graduates, that, quote, the purpose of education was to help them leave the world better than they found it. The extraordinary gifts in talent, scholarship, and leadership of our graduates is a challenge given to them to make their marks for the betterment of the world. And so we give thanks to God for our graduates and invoke God's blessings upon them. Amen.
Graduates, KGI is proud that our programs provide students with opportunities for success, but it's not without sacrifice, commitment, and support. Without this important foundation, many of you would not be here to celebrate the wonderful accomplishments and this milestone in your life. On that note, I ask you please recognize and thank your parents, family, and friends for their support. I now have the pleasure to introduce President Sheldon Schuster.
Thank you, Chairman Whittegren. It is my pleasure to add my welcome to all of you and to the graduates in the KGI class of 2022. Congratulations to all of you. It has been a heck of a ride. I want to congratulate you, as Jim has done as well, and celebrate your perseverance, your hard work, your accomplishments, and your adaptability. You have shown a great deal of spunk and grit, and we are extraordinarily proud of you. I also want to extend a special thanks to family, friends, and guests who have come together to celebrate commencement in person, along with those viewing online. At this time, I am pleased to introduce our Student Government President, Justin Matthew, who will say a few words regarding the Class of 2022 gift. Justin is a Master of Business and Science candidate from Assessing, New York. After graduating from Boston University, Justin worked in academic research at Massachusetts General Hospital, where he realized an interest in biotechnology. After graduation, Justin will be moving to San Diego to work in the open innovation arm of a specialty pharma company, Kyowa Kirin. Justin, it's my pleasure.
Class of 2022, today is the day we step out of this parking lot stronger, with a degree in our hands and the first step to life's new chapter. Whether that means a job, a family, another 2 to 6 years of school, or just exploring the beauty of life, you have gained an experience in this community that will always be unique to the people around you. We know we are different from the traditional graduate school, but what makes us unique, KGI? Have you ever wondered? One of the first conversations I had before moving to Claremont was with a student that graduated that summer. Pay it forward, she said, after reviewing my resume. That one person led to several more and helped me immerse myself in the vast opportunities ahead. I was amazed by the support a recent alumnus had for an incoming student. Fast forward to today, I realized that this is something that we start here on campus. Paying it forward is like watering a garden. Nature has given us life, and we give back to it by continuing its growth through care. Likewise, we stand on the shoulder of giants, the people before us who had a vision in our programs and desire to create an identity. They watered us by teaching us how to navigate through curriculum, clubs, and campus. So back to my question of what makes us unique, KGI. We live and we learn how to be better. We navigate, we troubleshoot, and as many times as we hear it, we innovate. This was especially true during the recent pandemic, and these lessons are passed on and shared. This is not just limited to the students, but this growth includes the faculty, staff, and the administration. Class of 2022, the journey does not stop here. You may be a colleague, a parent, a friend, or even a mentor. Today, we celebrate you and all of your achievements. However, tomorrow, we celebrate the person that you share to the world. So now, look to your left and look to your right. Thank you, everyone, for doing that. And now, look at your LinkedIn without the Board of Trustees seeing, to all those connections of students that are on the Riggs and the School of Medicine program. No matter what changes in life, you will always have this community. To remind ourselves of that, the class gift of 2022 will be a garden between the 517 and 555 buildings. While we add to the beautification of our home, we realize the beauty of each other. At KGI, we pay it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin, and thank you in the class of 2022 for your generosity. The garden will be a special, comforting place where we can all gather, reflect, and be a community. So thank you. I know all of our future students will enjoy it, as I will. Now I have the honor of introducing the class of 2022 speaker, Ria Karawala. Obviously, none of you know Ria, but Ria is a graduating second-year student in the Master of Human Genetics and Genome Data Analytics program. She grew up in Fremont, California, and graduated from UC Davis with a bachelor's degree in genetics and genomics and a minor in human development. During her time here at KGI, she has sought positions of leadership and community service as secretary for Students for Rare, the NORD Club, an admissions ambassador, and working in her summer internship at Scripps Research Translational Institute. This year, Ria did her capstone project on mitochondrial DNA variants in chordoma tumors with the Center for Personalized Medicine at Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. She is excited to take the skills she learned in her program in capstone and apply them in her role as a variant analyst at Genomenon. Ria.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to President Schuster for the introduction, and thank you all for being here. Over this past year, or even the past couple of years, I've become convinced of absolutely one thing, and that is that time is an illusion. It's fake, completely made up. Okay, now hear me out. I say this because, for me, the past couple of years are a complete blur. I can vividly remember sitting outside in my backyard at our first ever slightly awkward Zoom social the summer before our first semester began. And now, all of a sudden, I'm standing here in Claremont giving a commencement speech and having earned a graduate degree. If I had to summarize my time at KGI in one word, it has been incredible. Incredibly busy, incredibly interesting, educational, and yes, even a little bit of fun. I know that at least some part of me, the part that's already forgotten what midterms are, is going to miss our time here as KGI students. Okay, but graduates, how good did it feel to turn in your final projects? capstones, theses. Remember those stressful weeks, GDAs, of your final capstone committee meetings and then the posters followed by that? It's all on another level, right? I want to take a minute now to congratulate the class of 2022. I am proud of you, just you, the person I'm currently making eye contact with. No, but seriously, regardless of if you're one of my 11 new best friends, that's a number of lovely people in my cohort, or if perhaps we were in the same extracurriculars, the same classes, maybe I've even seen you walking around the village carefully avoiding the trains, or even if we never spoke, but I'm sure you're wonderful, you're a KGI student, you have to be. Regardless of how I know you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us all. Class of 2022, you know it has not been easy. As our professors and friends and family can attest to, going to school during the pandemic was a challenge. Navigating the uncertainties of being on Zoom and off Zoom and on and off again, keeping up with the changing health mandates, learning to be the science experts in our communities, handling imposter syndrome, trying to juggle all of it, jobs, pets, kids, plants, significant others, even the time-honored tradition of making quality memes and going to graduate school. I'm already in awe of those of us who managed over the past couple of years, but you cool kids over in the PharmD program who've been here even longer, that's impressive. For me, I think these years have been equally rigorous and rewarding, and no matter how long it took you to get here, I hope that you can agree with that. You survived. Despite anything that you might have faced professionally or personally, you were resilient, you persevered, you managed to pass that last class, show up here on time, ready to walk with your peers and receive a graduate degree. And that's an accomplishment. You know, as an admissions ambassador, one of my roles is to explain to prospective students why they should come to KGI, and more importantly, why KGI is awesome. And I think it's easy to have school pride despite any challenges that we might face when we're in good company. So here's to our wonderful friends, program faculty, for me that's Dr. Fortini and Dr. Bayless, our advisors and mentors in industry, my capstone committee, to all of our professors who, despite their sometimes confusing yet challenging and very unique classes, who always wanted us to succeed. To the people around us and supporting us at commencement today, to KGI as a whole, I am eternally grateful. In my peers here today, I see individuals who are bold and curious, strong and compassionate, and I know our time here has enhanced those qualities, preparing us to show the world what good variant curators, bioinformatics specialists, genetic counselors, pharmacists, and entrepreneurs looks like, what thoughtful, moral, and compassionate science looks like. Class of 2022, you are worth celebrating, your journeys are worth commending, and once again, congratulations to you all. We've already come so far, and I can't wait to see where we're all going next. Thank you.
Thank you, Ria. I am now pleased to introduce our alumni speaker, Dr. Rajan Vaida, PharmD from the class of 2018. Rajan currently serves as Vice President, Practice and Professional Development at the California Pharmacists Association in Sacramento. His primary responsibilities are developing strategy and innovation in expanding CPHA's educational and professional development programming. In addition, Dr. Vaida oversees CPHA membership, local associations, and school relations program. Prior to his role, Dr. Vaida started his association management career as Director of Pharmacy Practice and Policy, representing pharmacy with California regulatory agencies. He completed his postgraduate training as an executive resident in association management and leadership with the American Pharmacists Association Foundation in Washington. He received his Doctor of Pharmacy degree in the inaugural class at KGI, School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, with a certificate in health management in 2018. His professional interests include pharmacy advocacy, healthcare, policy development, strategic fundraising, leadership development, and mentoring student pharmacists. In addition, Dr. Vaida actively serves on as the Vice President for the Indian Pharmacists Association of California, on the board for the Alliance for Patient Medication Safety, a nationally recognized patient safety organization, and as an active member of Phi Delta Chi. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Rajan Vaida.
Good afternoon, KGI faculty, staff, administration, honored guests, friends, family, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. As mentioned, my name is Rajan Vaidya, and I have the distinct honor of being the alumni speaker for you today. Now, when I received the call a few months ago from KGI, the first thing that crossed my mind was, oh shoot, did they figure out I never paid that late tuition fee in 2017? Just kidding, I paid it, but if anyone's from the accounting team, don't look into that. In all seriousness, I was greeted by the KGI alumni team asking if I would consider speaking at Commencement this year. And without hesitation, I said yes. I mean, how could I not take the opportunity to give back to an institution that's given me so much? Now, some of you may be asking why this person, for the pharmacy students, has been in KGI recruitment videos, instructing you in lab videos, and once again, on the day of your graduation, keeps showing up. Well, the answer is very simple. I, like many alumni before me, am truly invested in your future. The class of 2022 holds a very special place in my heart because we started different parts of our pharmacy journey together. In 2018, you started as student pharmacist, and I started my career as a pharmacist. Now, the KGI School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences also expanded its reach with the addition of two amazing programs. To both the Masters of Science, I'm going to read this specifically, the Masters of Science in Human Genetics and Genetic Counseling, and also the Masters of Science in Human Genetics and Genomic Data Analytics graduates. Thank you for your commitment in adding the personalized and precise care that our patients need. Also, I'm kind of jealous of your pretty cool title as master, so I might need to come back and figure out a master's degree after this. As I thought about what I could possibly say to all of you to inspire, motivate, and challenge you as you move on to the next part of your professional careers, I reflected on my time and experience here at KGI and what it really taught me. Some of the lessons I learned here at KGI, I was not able to put into words until a few years later. And here are two that have shaped my path. I just bring everything down. First, I'm going to challenge you with some advice that you may have heard from your family or mentors as they encourage you by saying, don't be afraid. They definitely have the best interest in mind, and I want to take this one step further. Instead of saying, it is okay to be afraid. Because to me, the moments that you are afraid, you are invested in the outcome. You care about what will happen. You are afraid because it matters. Sure, it is uncomfortable and not easy for those moments you find yourself afraid. Know that you're headed in the right direction. My parents moved from a foreign country not knowing that they're ready for challenges that they're going to see, and had a wonderfully cute baby boy. That's me. But as they did this, I can imagine how afraid they must have been, making minimum wage, working nearly 50 hours a week, and being responsible for a tiny human being. Talk about true fear. But as they supported each other and pushed beyond, they were able to create an environment that inspired me to do so much more. As we find ourselves in challenging situations, it is how we rise and how we react that defines the outcome. So lesson number one, don't be afraid to be afraid. Now for my second and final lesson, I want to do a quick exercise with you all. I want you to take a moment to think about one of your goals for the next step in your life. Imagine what that looks like to you. Think about what the next steps would be that are just beyond that goal. That one outcome that is just out of reach. This is now your new goal. It's human nature to take the safe route, to set goals we know we can meet. But what does this truly do? We're telling ourselves where we should stop. I'll be honest and say I did not know exactly truly where I was headed when I started pharmacy school. It was not till I reflected in my final year where I realized my actual goal in life was making my passion of translating healthcare to developing lasting policies as my career. Lesson number 2, set attainable goals and make them attainable. Finally, the last thought I want to share with you all is to remember that none of us gets anywhere alone. Each of us truly needs the help of the other. This commencement marks a day of celebration for the hard work and sacrifice that each and every one of you put into graduating from KGI. However, today for your family, friends, faculty, staff, and administration, today is a day of recognition for all that they have sacrificed, for all that they have provided for you to be able to sit in the seats that you sit in today. There may have been many birthdays, anniversaries, and countless family events that you missed because you were studying, working, or in some cases, doing both at the same time. I'm sorry to say this may not change in your professional careers, but I do want you to all take a moment to stand up and recognize those that have committed to getting you into those seats today. To the family and friends, today is the day that finally validates all those "sorry, I'm busy studying" excuses that these students may have given you in the past. Turns out they actually were studying and working to get their master's and doctorate degrees. To the graduates, I will take the liberty on behalf of the KGI Alumni and the California Pharmacists Association to say we will always be here for you, and we will continue to celebrate your successes. All that we ask in return is for you to stay engaged within our profession as members of CPHA, preceptors, to train future pharmacists, mentors to those that need your guidance, and leaders to help shape the future of our profession. I would like to close by congratulating all of you on this great accomplishment. Remember to keep on learning, keep on wanting, and keep on achieving.
Thank you, Rajan, again for being such a dedicated member of the KGI family and for continuing to inspire our students and graduates. Thank you again. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Abase Eniobong, KGI alum and founder and chief executive officer of 54Gene. 54Gene is a health technology company advancing the state of healthcare through large-scale discovery and translational research, advanced molecular diagnostics, and clinical programs for the benefit of Africans and the global population. Founded in 2019, 54Gene has made Time Magazine's list of 12 innovations that would change healthcare in the 2020s, and has been listed by Nigeria's Punch newspaper as one of the 5 innovations that would improve healthcare for Africans. 54Gene also made Fast Company's list of the world's most innovative companies in 2020. Apps Africa also awarded the best health technology solution. In 2021, 54Gene was selected as a tech pioneer by World Economic Forum. In September 2021, 54Gene was named Company of the Year in Nigeria by the Leadership newspaper. Abasi was listed as one of the 30 most innovative entrepreneurs on the African continent in 2019 by Quartz Africa. In September 2020, he was labeled a Nigerian hero in the fight against COVID-19 by a Nigerian newspaper this day. Abasi is also included in the Fortune's 40 under 40 most influential people in healthcare for the year 2020. In 2020, he was selected as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum, And in the same year, the respected Pan-African publication, New African Magazine, recognized Abasi as one of the most influential Africans. 2021, Abasi was admitted to the inaugural class of the Bloomberg New Economic Catalyst in recognition of his contributions towards accelerating solutions to global healthcare problems. In addition to his notable award in 2020, the New Africa magazine again recognized Abasi as one of Africa's young innovators. Abasi holds a PhD in cancer biology from the University of London, a master's in human molecular genetics from Imperial College London, and, most importantly, a postdoctoral professional master's degree from KGI. He also worked as a cancer researcher and published a seminal paper on pancreatic cancer immunology in the Gastroenterology Journal. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Abasi Eniobong.
Good afternoon. Let me take this off. Thank you so much for having me give this talk. Sorry, let me find my talk. Okay, I've seen it. All right. You know, I left KGI in 2014, and it dawned on me that I didn't participate in my commencement. So class of 2022, can I share yours? Can I share yours? Okay. In July of 2013, I finished my PhD in London. 2 months after, I was in California here doing my degrees here at KGI. It took me 2 months, 2.5 months or so, to go through the admissions process, and it was the fastest, one of the quickest decisions in my life. It was also one of the biggest investments I ever made in myself, and it's paid off, Shelley. Thank you so much for the support from the KGI family. I don't think my career would be what it is today without KGI. Thank you, President Shelley, for inviting me to give this year's commencement speech. It's a great honor and one that I will always cherish. Being back at KGI brings fond memories, reconnecting with staff that helped shepherd me, the great teachers whose classes were always a delight, and of course, the very supportive and helpful admin staff. I owe a lot of my success to my time here at KGI. I've often felt that the culture at KGI can be transforming for people who pass through. Hard work is to be worn as a badge of honor here. It was for me a test of my mental resilience. Just when you thought you'd given it all, you were asked to dig in and give more. KGI has also been able to achieve what many institutions haven't. How do you equip scientists such as myself to become business leaders? It's no wonder that many of my student colleagues from KGI are making a significant impact in biopharma, medical devices, and other life sciences industries across the world. I have pondered why this 36-year-old was given the honor of being the first alumnus to give a commencement address here at KGI, barely 8 years after graduating. This has brought to my mind how lucky and blessed and yet difficult my life has been. And I'll touch on the difficult part later. My life has been one of contradictions. You see, I never flew on a plane till I was 16. I never saw what a plane looked like inside. And today it feels like I live on planes and have lived in multiple countries and cities. I never went to a cinema till I was in my 20s. But that did not stop me from starting a cinema business as an undergraduate student in Nigeria before I even visited one. I had seen videos of what cinemas looked like, and that was enough for me to create one, and other people paid to experience my vision. Today, I'm the founder and CEO of a company, an important life science company, that is impacting people across multiple continents, with offices in the US, multiple countries in Africa, in the UK as well, and changing the face of precision medicine globally. This has led me to believe that, to a large extent, I have been invited to give this talk because my life has been unconventional. There are a few paths to success, and you must choose the path that suits you. Unconventional paths can be tough and difficult. Here's that word again. As that path is usually unbeaten and may be full of thorns. As Robert Frost said, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, because it was grassy and wanted wear. No wonder people who travel unconventional paths are called visionary, creative genius, great, and sometimes mad. While you may not agree with their approach or views, there is always the consensus that they change the world in general or the worlds around them. I have often thought about my own path and some of the key moments, or what I would call the divergence in the woods for me, and what I could learn in those moments. Today, I would like to share some of these. They have included, number 1, belief or faith, both in an outcome and that I can be the force that creates that outcome. I think the second part of that statement is very important, because if I don't believe in myself, then I can't see myself bringing an outcome to life. The second thing I've seen is the ability to be decisive and choose an unpopular opinion and stick with it. The third is perseverance. Now, this is tricky, because how do you know when to continue to persevere or when to pivot? In my life, I've often seen an outcome many years before it occurred. As an undergraduate student in Nigeria, I knew that I wanted to go to a top 5 global school and get a master's degree in human genetics and proceed to do a PhD. And a few years later, I accomplished all of those. And while in the process of getting my PhD, I set new dreams, which was to get a master's in business, work in management consulting so that I could get a broad set of experience, and to start an African healthcare company, which at the time, in 2013, I thought was going to be African-based but global, and that I would raise money from Silicon Valley investors. This was all in 2013. Today, I can say that all of that has happened to the latter. I came to KGI for my master's in business. I worked for 2 leading management consulting companies before starting 54 Gene, and over the past 2.5 years, have raised more than $45 million for my business. But my journey is only beginning. Sometimes, finding an outcome to believe in and work towards can take some time. Keep searching, and hopefully, it will come to you. But more importantly, it is to believe in yourself, that you are equipped with all of the tools you need to arrive at your desired outcome. The first step in the journey to success, regardless of the path you take, is self-belief. In life, our path will have bifurcations, like decision trees that unlock a whole new series of outcomes. Sometimes, when we get to those points, we face other people's expectations, which may be different from our own paths. Many times, these people are well-meaning. They could be your parents, your partners, teachers, and others. Also, many times they are right. But it is important to know that you are the only person with the full picture of your life. You know where your beliefs are driving you. As you seek every other person's counsel, remember to seek yours. And if the resulting path is unpopular, walk proudly into it. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be. Walk into that path with determination and stick with it. In a game, whether it's football, soccer, tennis, Wherever there are two teams playing against each other, sometimes the person who wins is the person who gave up last. If I can outlast you, then perhaps I can win because I have outworked you. Other times, my ability to persevere allows the element of chance to help me win. After all, most successes, including mine, include some luck. But if you give up, you just might miss the luck when it comes. Yes, it may get difficult. It will get difficult. I have chosen in my own life to expect it to get difficult. That way, I see the obstacles as features rather than bugs. In my life, I have seen a lot of obstacles, but I am not different. In fact, Ryan Holiday wrote about this in his 2014 book, The Obstacle is the Way. So do it and stick with it. To quote from one of my favorite music groups of all time, U2, from their 2001 song, Walk On. I'm not going to sing it, I'll quote it. Walk on, walk on. What you got, they can't steal it. No, they can't even feel it. Walk on, stay safe tonight. You're packing a suitcase for a place none of us has been, a place that has to be believed to be seen. You could have flown away a singing bird in an open cage who will only fly for freedom. Walk on, walk on. What you got, they can't deny it, they can't sell it or buy it. Walk on, stay safe tonight. I'll leave you with these parting words. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Stay original, stay you, and stay safe. Thank you.
Dr. Abbasi, thank you so much for those wonderful, inspiring words. I can't tell you how excited I am to have our keynote speaker be a KGI grad. You've accomplished an incredible amount in 7 years, and I expect this class to do the same, and in 7 years, I expect one of you to be our keynote speaker at graduation, so please put it on your calendars. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dean Martin Zdanowicz to present the candidates for the degrees offered by the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Will the candidates for the degrees in the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences please stand? Chairman Whittegren, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degrees of Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genetic Counseling, Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genomic Data Analytics, and Doctor of Pharmacy. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of those degrees.
Graduates, I salute you for your academic achievement and distinction, and in the name of the KGI community, I welcome you to all the obligations and privileges resulting from your superb education. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, support of the Board of Trustees of the Keck Graduate Institute concurring, I hereby confer the degree presented with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations, and please be seated. We would now like to ceremonially acknowledge what you have already accomplished by presenting you with a tangible representation recognizing the achievement that you have justly earned. Graduates of the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences will now come forward to receive their diplomas.
I now present the graduates of the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences for the Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genetic Counseling. Will the candidates please come forward to receive your degrees?
Samantha Apodaca. Kaylee Kriskoviak. Janie DeFries. Rissa Hall. Natalie Sampson. Kimia Sanati. Addison Smith. Jennifer Zhang. Melody Elyasian. Jesus Resendiz. Stephanie Gutierrez Gasca. Brandon Schultz. Shilpa Narayan. Kayla Wilson. Stephanie Sungju Bae. Alyssa Schweikert. Jason William Tate.
Please have a round of applause for our Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genetic Counseling graduates. I now present the graduates of the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences for the Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genomic Data Analytics. Will the candidates please come forward to receive your degree?
Shoshana Cohen. Lisa Chang. Cheyenne Laurel Anderson. Carly Bennett. Sierra Noguera. Destiny Gibbs. Tamarisa Dyer. Ethan Kirsch. Natalie Sivarud. Ria Karawala. Jessica Farmer.
Have a round of applause, please, for our Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genomic Data Analytics graduates. I now present the graduates of the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Candidates, please come forward to be hooded by our esteemed faculty members and for some by your family members.
Dr. Narine Karapatyan. Dr. Maryam Jalili Safari. Dr. Alyssa Michelle Selvey. Dr. Serbuhi Pogosian. Dr. John Din. Dr. Bradley Simonian. Dr. Christina Telhami. Dr. Tiffany Bozan. Dr. Lindsay Cito. Dr. Monica Torres. Dr. Kelly Vo. Dr. Alex Chung. Dr. Jason Chu. Dr. Kelly Tai. Dr. Joseph Nguyen. Dr. Rachel Pahe Kim. Dr. Casey Egusa. Dr. Jeanette Gonzalez. Dr. Cynthia Ferreira. Dr. Cassie Lee. Dr. Bijou Kim. Dr. Ariga Gregorian. Dr. Diego Salinas. Dr. Mark Moore. Dr. Joshua Liu. Dr. Larissa Stepanyan. Dr. Paola Montes. Dr. Marvin Allen Soriano. Dr. Sharzad Shirazi. Dr. Nathan Lim Vega. Dr. Sona Kachans. Dr. Giovanni Mercado. Dr. Frances Marie Del Fiero. Dr. Sydney Maxine Eck. Dr. Farzan Haji. Dr. Andrew Wen. Dr. Stephanie Munoz. Dr. Natalie Rhodes. Dr. Malcolm Richards. Dr. Jennifer Bao Chao Tran. Dr. Christy Wong. Dr. Rodel Corpus Sackman. Crystal Pashea Lowe. Dr. Danielle Lee. Dr. Andrew Hung Tran. Dr. Quinn Duan. Dr. Roxanne Marquez Arellano. Dr. Maureen Haddad. Dr. Christian Tan. Dr. Narine Mirzakani. Dr. Michael Blanco. Dr. Gabriel Esquivel. Dr. Nicholas Ryan Carrion. Dr. Nazdar Sulavani. Dr. Catherine Nguyen Tran. Dr. Delzica Jefferson.
Uh-oh. I gotta come back next year.
Dr. George Atef Morkos. Dr. Christopher Caldas.
Wonderful.
Dr. Carolyn Fernandez Saba.
Can we please have a round of applause for our Doctor of Pharmacy graduates? It is now my honor to present Dr. Gail Orm, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, who is going to lead our graduates in the recitation of the Oath of the Pharmacist.
Good afternoon. It is my honor to stand before you today to lead our new PharmD graduates in the Oath of a Pharmacist. You will find the Oath of a Pharmacist on your seat, and I'd ask that you would stand at this time to recite the oath. If you are a pharmacist and you would like to renew your commitment to serving the public, please join the candidates at this time. We will read together in unison. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion, embrace diversity, and advocate for justice to advance health equity. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you very much. You may be seated.
Wow, what a wonderful ceremony and a wonderful celebration. I have two tasks at the end of this ceremony. And the first one is that you are not official alumni of KGI until you do one thing. Please move your tassel from right to left. It is official. Welcome, all of you KGI alumni. The second task I have this afternoon is to give a charge to the class of 2022. And I'd like to just take a few moments to have hopefully have a thoughtful discussion about you and your futures. But this is a time to take a breath before you begin, in very few days, your new jobs, or continue your education. But it is also a time to reflect on what you have accomplished and where you plan to go. You can't really begin without acknowledging the profound role of the global pandemic. These 2.5 years will forever change your view of time, space, relationships, and the role of civil society. We are here to celebrate, but we must also acknowledge that not everyone survived, and the personal tolls paid by many have been enormous. Our flags fly at half staff today to remember the 1 million who died of COVID in the United States. Millions more stories are yet to be told for so many who suffered and those who exposed themselves to danger in order for the rest of us to continue our lives in safety and relative comfort. But now I'd like to focus a bit on the effect of the pandemic of your new careers in the life sciences and healthcare professions. You come from an institution with a broad view of healthcare and the life sciences, and I'd like to mention how we all fit together in that institution. But a major outcome of the pandemic is a renewed awareness of the massive deficiencies and inequities in our healthcare system. Those of you who are going on to MD or DO programs, and all of you PharmD graduates, obviously, will play a critical role in addressing these disparities. You have all been preparing for several years to take on this role, both in the classroom and volunteering, for vaccination sessions, screening, take-back events, and other events like that. These experiences prepare you for your expanding roles in clinical settings as well as in the life sciences industry. For example, the pathway from molecule to patient, colloquially called bench to bedside, requires the skills and commitment of all of you, completing all of your master's degrees today, as well as those who are finishing their PhDs in applied life sciences. The scientific, regulatory, testing, and business hurdles involved in getting a drug, device, or diagnostic approved for use in patients, as you will do, are daunting and will require all of our skills. Regardless of how well we overcome the bench-to-bedside challenge, it is of course of little value if you cannot produce the drug. The monoclonal antibodies that saved so many lives and the vaccines that prevented millions of infections are only the most recent examples of the need for those of you working with others who are getting their masters in engineering and biopharmaceutical bioprocessing today, for example. The pandemic also brought terms like evolution of viruses, variants, and mutation to a level of familiarity never before seen. This is an indication of two key results of the pandemic. First, the basic terminology of genetics has been highlighted by the media in an attempt to inform the public. Second is the critical scientific role of genetics in dealing with the pandemic. The MS in Genetic Counseling and MS Genome Data Analytics graduates today, you are now at center stage. I would also like to take a peek at your futures through a slightly higher altitude vision, because the complexity of the future problems that can be solved by science, healthcare disparities, emerging infectious diseases, and food security, for example, will be heightened by climate change and disinformation. Solutions for these complicated problems will require networks of innovators with the extensive expertise of the sort you have acquired here at KGI. But the challenge is that the isolation we have all endured for the last 2.5 years has made the building of these networks more difficult. Therefore, you need to build these networks right now. We can all make a difference on our own and do a job well, but the solution to massive problems for which there is no right answer requires an extensive community of innovative professionals. And to borrow a phrase from my favorite KGI t-shirt, innovation starts here. Right now and right here. It is time to recognize and actively build that network so it is available your entire careers. The community includes your colleagues here today, the faculty who have taught and mentored you, the staff who have provided you so much support, and the alumni who welcome you. And let's not forget the trustees and advisors to KGI sitting in the front right here. I urge you right now to take out a pen and paper, although you may not know what a pen and paper is. You do Instagram, Take out your I'm sure every single one of you has a cell phone. Yeah, take pictures, take Instagrams, take LinkedIns, whatever it is, because in fact, this is how we're going to start that list and that network immediately, right now. It will provide you with information and resources for your entire careers and will enable you to be part of solving daunting problems. It is your superpower, but only if you develop it. There is one area where you can begin today to use your network and expertise. We have a desperate need for honest, factual information upon which to base life-saving decisions. The KGI network will provide experts in the world of healthcare and life sciences so you can be the source of that information for your family and your community. We need you to succeed right now. I ask everyone to join me in again congratulating the KGI graduating class of 2022.